the way, Yuma, why were they accusing you of being the culprit?
Oh yeah, Fubuki, you don't remember the case. There was a murder, and I'm a suspect.
There's no way the Warrior of Light can be a murderer!
I was seen under incriminating circumstances. Not only was I a suspected terrorist, but I was also spotted next to a corpse on the roof of a building.
Was there no one else on the roof?
No one. There was nowhere to hide up there, and no other exits.
Well, that does sound awfully suspicious, Yuma. Things would go much easier if you'd just confess.
I told you I didn't do it! Whoa, what's happening?
I understand now. This place,
I know that!
I can float, so it's not a problem for me. But you...
I know that too!
Ah!
This way! This is bad. I'm losing my strength. I can't... This way! Come on, Fubuki! Fubuki!
About the murder weapon. The victim was killed by his...
Yeah, the muzzle of the gun at the crime scene was still hot. Out of the 6 bullets loaded in it, only one of them had an empty which means the bullet that killed Shachi absolutely came from the... Fubuki?
I am... What, still? You can't solve mysteries, you can't...
Fubuki, are you...
I am fine. Yuma, I am terribly sorry.
You don't...
Hey, looks like she's getting
Playing? But...
I am curious. Are you really a detective? And my only merit is useless here. Too bad, so sad. You're not gonna make it through here. You're getting real and faster. Help me unwind by turning them into mincemeat. Even if you didn't fire the gun, a friend could have done it for you. You ordered your accomplice. To snipe Shachi from someone else. Your accomplice threw the gun over to you.
through this mystery. The neighboring building didn't have any windows, so the only way to shoot the victim was from the rooftop. But that building was taller than the hideout. If the victim was sniped from that height, the gunshot wound would have been at an angle, but the gunshot wound through his head was based on the gunshot wound. It's impossible for the bullet to have traveled from the roof of the neighboring building.
Get it? Since the wound ran parallel to the roof,
Well, it could be that the victim's head was at an angle at the time of impact. But in that case, we would have found the bullet lodged in the roof.
the monster conjures falsehoods to impede our progress.
But it's strange that they insist it was a If I'm not the culprit, it'd make more sense to...
That's because it is one. They're insisting it's a homicide. So you finally revealed your... Huh? Yuma, do not be swayed by this deceiver. Assuredly. The victim carried a gun, did he not? If so, he could have used it to combat, and yet, he hastily turned the gun on himself. I do not believe the victim was so cornered that he would commit That actually makes sense!
That's a good point. Even if he wanted to avoid using his gun, he could have at least used it to threaten...
So it must be a homicide. No! Homicide! Suicide! There are...
Huh?
The letters are... Does Yuma's blood contain... Yuma, you are more than the...
Sure, that's... Is this a suicide or...
It is clearly a...
Right here! I'm sure this is the right way.
I knew it! This case had to be a homicide. If it was a homicide, someone else had to have been on the roof, right? But Master, you were on the emergency stairwell, and the peacekeepers were behind the door. Which means no one could have gotten off that roof. How did the culprit shoot the victim and get away? See? If it wasn't a suicide, then what happened? You better explain yourself. Very well, I shall. I completely agree with what Yuma said.
I didn't say anything.
So what do you think, Master?
You mean why I think it's a homicide? I don't really have a solid reason why yet. We're trapped!
Oh no! The wolf! Come on, spit it out.
I know!
You...
If it was in fact a homicide, there would be some... If I can just...
Oh, like this? Here, this is everything left at the scene. This should be easy, Mo. I made sure to pull everything straight out of your memory, Mask.
I'm sure there's a clue pointing to a homicide.
We do not have much time. Please hurry, Yuma.
There must be something suspicious. There has to be... Wait, what if I use the...
What will you do with that?
I can... use it like a rod for a break?
I see. Oh, wait. How will that stop anything? Serious, Mask.
door! I know it!
Oh, the walls. That is the gun that fired the fatal shot, right?
There's something unique about a revolver cylinder normally swings out to the but the gun found at the scene swings out to the right.
I see. That is unusual. It is incredible how you really are the
It got even longer. This gun was apparently cut.
The junk shop geezer said that too. How does that...
I don't know anything else about it. It's happening again!
Of course. Yuma, over there! Did you try shooting it with the...
Oh! But it could work inside the mystery labyrinth! Huh?
If you can't shoot it, then you're still nips.
Something? Do you mean like, why I think this gun... I can't shoot the gun until I think...
Will, Yuma? Are you ready to play the Shinigami puzzle? That's right.
That's it! The reason the cylinder swings out to the right is to let him reload while still holding the gun in his left hand. If he was right-handed, it would be very difficult to reload if the cylinder swings out to the right. If Shachi was right-handed, he wouldn't have commissioned his gun to be which means...
Well, duh, that much was very obvious. I said that from the beginning.
All thanks to your... No, it is thanks to Yuma's what? But we'd all be flattened by now. Look! Another... I'm not defending them. Bad luck! Looks like it's a dead end! You can't proceed! Because it wasn't a homicide! Shashi definitely committed suicide! Why don't you just give up? Looks like it's a dead end! Committed suicide!
That flame doesn't hold up!
He shot himself with the gun in his dominant hand.
This is the truth! Shachi was left-handed. There's no reason he'd use his non-dominant hand to commit suicide. It's an obvious... When the culprit tried to make it appear like a suicide, they put the gun in the wrong hand, which means someone else was involved in Shachi.
You managed one that confirms it. That seems like it.
Let's carry...
Well, thanks to the culprit's mistake, but we still have a lot.
Where the culprit shot Shachi.
Yep, even if this case is a homicide.
Right!
That was the right answer, but... If he was shot on the roof, doesn't that mean the culprit was also on the roof?
The culprit placed the gun in Shachi's hand to make it look like a suicide. That means they had to be there in person. The culprit was definitely on that roof.
But Yuma...
That's what we have to... When I heard the shot, I was half... And in that time, the culprit vanished like a...
Where could the... And we're back at the crime scene. Follow the cul- You need to escape in the same... Though it is fairly high.
There's nowhere to hang something like that. Plus, from this height, it'd be tough for someone to get down.
You probably couldn't jump down. Is it, or perhaps...
But those high...
Oh...
That's what you're...
Is it easier to...
No, that's impossible.
I see. Well, it's safe... The culprit. Wait, Mask. What are you saying? I need. Hey. Yuma. This is bad. We have awake? I have no... You...
The culprit must have been on the... But... Wait... What if the culprit destroyed evidence?
What? Destroy... Leave it to yours.
You're going to recreate the...
If you don't remember...
How about the culprit wouldn't have done anything to the scene yet?
Alrighty, let's do it, Doctor!
It can't be!
Wait! Are you alright, Yuma?
I'm in so much pain.
The corpse is gone, but nothing else has really changed about this place. I believe all that. Not much time passed between when you... If nothing changed, then there...
Hang on. There must be...
I wrenched this memory. Your time limit is until the pain...
Got it. Nothing's...
Yuma!
So there isn't anything... It seems like there's no place... There's nothing of note on it. What is that? A storm drain? Has that always been there? Oh, right. The explosion. The explosion that happened right after I found the body. Must have buried... So the drain was covered after a mysterious...
I knew it was the swimmer dude. He dove into the water from the rooftop. I knew it was the
Find anything,
swimmer.
Master? Really?
Mystery phantoms!
Chirp, chirp. What's with these weirdo fantasies? I'm saying Shachi committed suicide. You're such a maggot. There is no other culprit. No one could have left that rooftop.
That claim doesn't hold up! No, there...
The culprit had to be on the roof if it's not suicide. So, where does the culprit go? You can't escape through the roof's door. You can't escape down the emergency stairs. Or was the culprit on the roof the whole time? Simply no place to run.
I'll slash through this mystery!
Don't let any shady statement slip by. try answering that! Flame from the roof!
I was trying to jump and cut the one in the back. I'm so dumb.
With this, I'll expose the truth! That's right! The culprit! That was the culprit's...
They disappeared to leave.
The culprit opened the storm drain's grates beforehand and jumped from the roof right after committing the crime. The Doya district was flooded, so naturally the drain would have been filled with water. Then, the culprit swam away.
It would only take a few steps, so the culprit used a bomb. Why? Oh, wait, the problem here was...
So we have to leap into the drain just like the...
I have to jump, and now more drains have suddenly appeared. Master, you have to make up your mind and jump.
No, I don't! I'm already falling! This way!
Looks like... Must we fight all of them? They fled! We better chase after... Chase scenes are common in adventures, but are you certain?
There are only two ways the culprit could get a hold of Shachi's gun. They'll either steal it from the safe or get it from Shachi himself. In any case, the only ones who could have done it are members of the...
Is it possible the culprit took the victim's gun by force?
But if someone tried to take his gun, I'm sure Shachi would have drawn it and threatened them. If so, the culprit would have realized their target was left-handed.
I see. That would conflict with a cover-up attempted at the crime scene.
At the time, I didn't understand why it was sent to the Peacekeepers, but it must have been to corner Shachi by steering the Peacekeepers toward the hideout. The culprit then ambushed him when he arrived on the roof.
Which means the culprit anticipated the target fleeing up.
Perhaps it was a planned escape route the Resistance had decided on beforehand. If they fled using the emergency stairs, it would be easy to... As a matter of fact, the Peacekeepers were held up there. If he hadn't been killed, he would have escaped.
So all of it was calculated. Whoever it is, and that culprit is among them? If we organize all the clues we've got so far, we can narrow down who the... But... Hello? Master! Over there!
A giant water tank?
In here, you always find the culprit if you keep solving mysteries. To solve Come on!
Got it! In order to commit this crime, the most important requirement is to be jumping from that height into a storm drain would also require training and experience. Maybe they had high diving experience through swimming competitions.
We finally caught up!
The truth is crystal clear.
I didn't kill anyone!
I wouldn't kill anyone!
I didn't kill anyone!
I haven't done anything.
There's no way I could kill Shachi.
I didn't kill anyone!
It's you, Icardi! You took advantage of your swimming skills to murder Shachi!
Huh? No! That's insane! I'm not the culprit! That's bullshit! I didn't kill Shachi! I'm not the...
Such a foreboding presence.
I'm not the culprit! Where's your evidence? There are other Resistance members! Margala is the culprit! Margala shot Shachi on the roof! I'm not the culprit! Where's your evidence? There are other... Margala is the... Margala shot Shachi on the roof!
Here's the truth! Margala has an alibi!
If it's not... Then Iruka is the culprit! Iruka knows a lot about handling guns! She killed Shachi! Iruka is the culprit! Iruka knows a lot about handling guns! She killed Shachi! And made it look like suicide!
I'll slash through this mystery!
It's not Margala. It's not Iruka. But you still can't say I'm the culprit. The culprit is Servat! He killed Shachi on the roof. And messed with the corpse. Drain!
This is the truth! Servat was traumatized after once nearly drowning. Maybe...
The overall...
There's no mistake that Icardi made Shachi's but we don't know what. If you wanted to kill him, there are simpler ways to do...
So we need to find them, as long as that's an unknown?
The water flows. If the Mystery Labyrinth is a reflection of reality...
Then let's see where it leads us. Hey, Master, you just gotta defuse this.
This... Right.
Looks like you won't be able to defuse this until you've unlocked it with a...
So they used the bomb threat to draw the Peacekeeper's attention toward me. Meanwhile, the culprit sabotaged the valves of the power plants and the reservoir to flood Marnamon District.
But what's the point in doing that? Perhaps they wished to sow chaos throughout the city. The Resistance was challenging the Peacekeepers. Then why not just detonate the bombs? A lot simpler than flooding the place.
It's true. If their goal was to cause chaos, they could have just used the bombs. Considering that, the culprit must not have wanted to destroy the place.
This was...
Shachi's
He wanted me to kill him. Shachi gave his life for this mission. Are you really going to now that...
Resistance isn't a terror...
Shachi wouldn't resort to some sacrifice, dying...
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Let's head to the truth, Master!
Not stupid! No! I can do it! Shut up! Get away from me! That's bullshit! Stop! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Damn it all! Go away! Stay away from me! Stop! 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 You're an outsider. What do you know? You have no idea what we went through in the slums. This is a declaration of our beliefs as part of the Resistance. We have to defeat Amaterasu Corporation. That's why we plunged the city into chaos. Shachi gave up his own life for that. This is what Shachi wanted. Shachi told me to do it. This was all to defeat Amaterasu Corp. We were in a noble battle to end the disparity between rich and poor! You're wrong! Huh? Come on!
This is the truth of the case! nothing to do with Shachi. You just wanted to take the safes!
Huh?
Many facilities in Marunouman District use safes made by Amaterasu Corporation. These safes are completely airtight, and they can actually float on water.
Oh! We did see some safes floating around Marunouman District.
The culprit knew they could float, and planned to exploit that to steal all the safes from the The safes would normally be too heavy to move. They'd be easy to take if they were...
So, it was a bank heist?
Yes, that's right. You took advantage of Kanai Ward's unique features, and This isn't what the Resistance believed in. In fact, you...
You did it. Now that we've exposed...
Right. Started with a request from the Resistance. Shachi asked me to set up security cameras around the city.
You got those cameras from someone by the name of Servan. But they had bombs inside them.
I had no idea, so I set up those camera bombs all around the city. The culprit hijacked Shachi's original plan and conducted a series of crimes. bomb set up in the phone booth of Marnamon District exploded first. Luckily, there were no casualties. But the culprit also bombed the drain in Marnamon District at the same time.
Someone snitched and said you were responsible. But that must have been the culprit too.
Since the Peacekeepers' eyes were on me, it made it easier to pull off the rest of their crimes. The culprit took Shachi's gun and went to the roof of the Resistance hideout in Doya District.
Shachi followed soon after. I saw him being chased by the Peacekeepers. The culprit was waiting there to ambush him.
I was heading up the emergency stairs to the roof, but along the way...
Hey! We heard a ringing gunshot!
Shachi was ambushed by the culprit and shot to death. Once it was finished, they placed the gun in Shachi's right hand to make it look like a suicide.
But it was actually a left-handed gun! Getting caught because of your own cover-up is borderline weak sauce!
Why borderline? With their cover set up, the culprit jumped into the open drain and escaped from the roof unseen.
I thought it was impossible to jump off the roof. But the area was already flooded, so the drain was filled with water.
Right after the escape, I arrived on the rooftop and discovered Shachi's body.
And kaboom! The hideout exploded!
The drain was buried in the rubble from this explosion. A bomb had been set in advance to hide the killer's escape. After that, we all went around town trying to defuse... to open the valve of the reservoir upstream from the power plant.
Since the drain had been dammed in the explosion, when all that backed up water had even more added to it, Marnamon District became totally drenched in shit.
Right, it became a drenched city. Marnamon District is now flooded. Many facilities have safes made by Amaterasu Corporation. The banks are no exception.
These safes are heavy and difficult to move, but because they're so airtight, they can float on water.
As a result, they all floated out of the flooded banks. Collecting these safes was the culprit's true goal.
Sinking an entire district just to be a small-time looter. I can't tell if the guy thinks big or small.
The only ones who could commit these crimes were the resistance leaders with access to Shachi's gun.
And only one guy was a good enough swimmer to dive right into the drain.
Shachi really did try to save the city. But the culprit not only took over his plan, but killed and framed him.
This criminal lost his pride and dignity as a member of the Resistance, becoming nothing more than a money grubber. And his true identity is...
Hey, Cardi! It was you!
Finished!
I hate this city. I was sick of all of Shachi's idealistic nonsense. Fighting the peacekeepers wouldn't have changed anything. That's why. I was gonna take the money and get out of here. It's this city that's wrong. This rotten place.
Is this the hidden treasure? It is far different than what I was imagining.
I think so. I felt the same way when I first saw one.
So, this is it. I was not much help after all. I relied on you the entire time, Yuma.
That's not true. You're a great partner, Fubuki.
Really?
Yeah, really.
I am grateful to have joined you on this adventure, Yuma. I think it helped me grow as a person. Just a little bit. Well, you are gonna forget all of it soon. Huh? What? I am sorry for being so rude to you. Yuma, while I... one day... Huh? What? Wait a minute. Do you mean we are going to... No. It's time to boom kill the... Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case! Death to all deplorables! Doom to the vile mystery labyrinth! Stone and shine, original glorious stellar spiral!
We've returned from the Mystery Labyrinth. We're still in grave danger.
Master... No, the culprit isn't here. Solving the Mystery Labyrinth...
Come on! This time...
Now, Dominic! What?
That's enough.
Sorry to keep you waiting, my man. You too, princess?
Yasuhiko! Halora!
The both of you are safe!
What do you think of my grand entrance? Fitting for a charismatic leader, no?
Master detectives with the same! Unlike a certain trainee.
Hey, big guy! You're messing with the wrong dude. The criminal you're looking for is right here.
What?
That's...
Chibioko! And...
Vivia, I haven't had much screen time, and my name's hard to remember.
I was worried about you, Fubuki. I'm kidding. Just...
Wait, you're... Where did you all come from?
Like I said, you're the ones who planted those bombs for the resistance people on that boat. Too bad one of them died from a heart attack. But if you run an autopsy, you'll find that the cause of death was...
In other words, Yuma is innocent. What do peacekeepers punish?
You can...
You heard her. You got something to say?
It's true! I didn't know about the big robbery. And I didn't think that it was all set up by Icardi. Please! I'll confess everything I know!
We captured them on a boat and they were caught. One can conclude that the events in question were all part of...
The leader of the resistance was also murdered
After stealing the safes, they were planning to leave Kanai Ward via the waterway. Ironically, Icardi trying to take more money than you can carry seems like an
What about the other leaders of the resistance? Margala and Aruka?
Anyway, you got no problem with that.
Alrighty, gang.
Yeah! The Peacekeeper lady's still staring at me.
Now that we've handed over the resistance. Come on, everyone!
I think this solves the case for another person. Just because he committed a crime, he took advantage of Shachi's death. And thanks to that...
Why do you look so sad? Are you...
Huh?
Yuma, you weren't in the wrong. Huh? Even if others disagree, so please.
If you ask...
That's not true!
But I don't need to be...
Conviction.
The strength of... Or maybe it's...
Jeez, you're... Yeah, that must be it.
Still,
That's because a certain sleepyhead...
I have no idea what...
At the very least, his statements aren't really...
he's incomprehensible as usual.
Hey, Master?
What is it?
Never mind. Maybe it's...
Anyway, that solves it. Now we should...
Whoa, what? Hey!
You mean Hellsmile?
Damn. Why are a bunch of terrorists getting in our way? What? I was finally able to guide this foolish city down the right. I keep saying I'll teach these fools what law and order is all about. But now, there's another bunch who defy me. Disrupt. Hey! Why is that? When will peace find?
Now? Understand your...
So what do you want, Bud?
Hand over that terrorist immediately.
Huh? Death penalty!
When you say terrorist, you mean Yuma? Because that...
Regardless of who the mastermind is, the fact of the matter is you think you can just plead ignorance? Even that is the meaning of...
No, Chief. Let me go.
Don't get hasty. This is just an excuse.
But at this rate...
I've already told you that self-sacrifice is worthless here.
Knock it off, Halara. How many of us would...
If things go bad...
If you get taken out first, it's the end for all of us.
Then what do we do? If I turn myself in...
You, Master! It is too dangerous to let yourself get captured! Let's just turn tail and flee!
I won't abandon them.
Keep letting out...
Wait, Yuma.
What are you saying?
Don't be dumb. I'm the chief of the... It's only right for me.
All right, filthy maggot. You'll reconsider your beliefs after a single... Once you go through my torture, not only will you sell out your friend...
I can reduce it to 20 seconds. Kazuhiko.
I guess we have to do this.
This is such a pain. Where...
Freeze! If you resist...
Stay back!
What's going on?
Director Yomi! Something is falling from the sky!
It's the mask.
Oh my. Even though we're friends, you've already forgotten my name? I'm Makoto Kag. What is it? Oh, you want to know about this hot air balloon?
From the tower?
What do you want?
Hello, Yomi. I'll take care of the...
You intend to let these crypts... Just because you're the CEO of Amaterasu doesn't give...
Amaterasu CEO?
Hey, Yuma. Hello, Detective. Huh? I was born a prince in a certain nation. But while still young, I was dragged into... The nation was overthrown and the royal family had their... My family was killed. I was the only one spared. The revolution... I was forced to wear a mask to conceal my face. And now, the mask has become my face.
He's talking way too long. His story.
I didn't...
Yomi, I don't just this once. Please.
You get one. As for you sewer rats, you best be prepared. If you don't like it, go back to the sewer.
Phew! That clears my vision up. There were too many people for me to see behind this mask. Now that things are all resolved, let's walk. Walk home.
Hey, wait a minute.
No need for formalities. Call me Makoto.
That means you're the top-ranking person at Amaterasu.
I guess you could put...
I thought he worked there.
You said you wanted to stop the Peacekeepers.
A company isn't that simple. One careless act, and the power in Amaterasu Corporation is currently imbalanced. Well, I'll excuse...
Hey, hold on!
I'm sorry, but it's time for prayer. I pray for Kanai wards. I pray each hour of the day, so I am rather...
Sounds kind of shady, but I guess...
Are you kidding me? It's...
His cursed powers have conjured us.
I can't be genuinely happy about this.
Chief, there's a letter here.
Let's see what it says.
To the detectives, this is my gift to you for solving this case. The souls of Kanai Ward's residents are with you. I have high from the highest Makoto Kagu.
High hopes. Well...
Oh, I just remembered. When I was watching from above, a resident said something that was rather concerning.
You said above again. What does that even mean?
Sorry, Yuma. I'm so tired I don't want to talk more than I need to.
All right. Let's focus on the important information. What did you hear that concerned you?
It's about that homunculus research.